Well, Coach, this is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, son. Go 58's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The drive starts with a run by Blue. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings us 3rd and inches.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Just like that. Just like that. Sit down. Sit down, lady.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Vikings first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. And he'll give it here to his running back. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Mike, lady. Let's go, D. Let's go. Inside. Go again, lady. 65. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Switch it.
Off of play action, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 8 read. 50, Mike, 50. Defense wins championship.
And again, this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike 57. Hey, watch the ball. 57's Mike. Mike 57. All day, pump. Mike's 57. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Mike 57. So we got man. 57. Mike 57. I got it. 57's the Mike. Hey, Echo. You get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here we go, son. 58, come on. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Blue. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 45 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Greystone, travel.
2nd and 4. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a DB, you're giving up a ton of height on that play to the receiver. So if they want to play a 50-50 ball, that's going to make it difficult. All you can do is rely on your technique. Try and time it. Try and figure out when the ball is going to arrive and meet it when it gets there.
And on that play, short man won. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's just me and you. You got time. You got time. You got waiting.
Darnold now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Set. 30 base. 57. And we got to get to the ball. Go, go. 57. Hey, wahoo. Coming. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
46. Mike, 46. Hey! Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Smooth. Go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take this inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Darnold. He gets this one to Johnson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Escaping the pressure right. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big. Yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Mike 50, Mike 50. Now.
Back to throw. Herbert fighting through pressure. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
He's not going to get me. Hard. Switch. Chance.
Now they try the right side here. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Set, ready? 10-2 soft. 61, matchbox light.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 26, check 26.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever.
Check Mike 46. Here we go. 46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
46 to Mike, 46. Not today, you are. Not today.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready. Get ready. Jumping, jumping. Jumping, jumping. Switch.
Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
We own them. We own them.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
On the set. Hey, orbit.
Check. Double time. Hey, we got 4.
Get up.
On 1st down, Herbert. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Mike, 57. Here I come. 57 to Mike. 57.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
General West.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey, Haywood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Bandit. Bandit. Go Mike now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
15 line. 15 line.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo.
6 man.
Go. Hey, Delta. Yep.
50 to Mike. Coming. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. What's your dude?
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Pull it high.
Check three.
Ready.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
30 base. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
Bears 48-yard line.
Ekman sight. 458 to Mike. Here we go.
On 1st down. Blue hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
Big grip.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on, set. 8-3.
Here we go, D. He's crashing.
Topper. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Ready, set.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
46 to Mike, 46. Double dog. That's the way. Mike.
Hey.
Mike, 46. Go. 46.
Hey, echo.
46 to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Look at me. Zipper.
Give me something.
Bravo.
Here we go.
Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Herbert letting one go deep for the and it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
We're going to
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check 43. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check 99. Check 99. Big Ed.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking.
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Go!
46 to Mike. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike.
Hey! High 7 on. Ready?
Looking to throw. Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Charlie.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and long. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the score. Scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16.
We got 4. We got 4. Mike, 46.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check Mike 46. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 46, boys. 46.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hubbard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready up.
Mike 46.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Come.
Mike 46. Mike 46. I'm trying to collect. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
On first down, Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 46, boys. 46.
To throw again. Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Check Mike. Check Mike. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 46.
Mike Alpha.
Hey, that's scared. That's scared. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Yeah. 46, boys. 46.
Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Let's go now. 10-2 saw. Hey, exit.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 46. Mike 46. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is caught by Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now it's Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
They come up in an offset eye. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Darnold. Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Team 6. Team 6. Hey, Echo.
46 to Mike. 46.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
46 now.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught, left sideline. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
Pick it up. Mike 46. Mike 46. And watch the leg. Check. Crunch. 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 40 Smith. 46 to Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Now.
You're all mine. Hey, check Mike 46.
5.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Go.
Check tight. 46 to Mike. 46. Stop your whining. Mike 46. Mike 46. Watch the run.
Hey. High 7. Go.
46 to Mike. 3 buzz. 3 buzz. Hey, check Mike.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie.
49. Check 49. Check 49. 46 to Mike. 46. Rip right. Rip right.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Get it.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On the ready.
Game on the line. Season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Go, go, go. 46, boys. 46. 46 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Get that ball.
Shoot.
On 4th down. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.